Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today guys we are doing something different here on the channel. I thought, what if, because how often do you get to do this, right? What if I actually react to my crazy reactions here on the game over the past 100,000 subs? Because yes, this is what I originally wanted to do, and then I was like, what if we do like we get the top 10 summons, we actually do that. That's its own like nice premium video where I'm not talking over it, so that way you want to enjoy it that way you can. And then I go ahead and I do where I kind of talk about my reactions and everything else that have happened over the course from 0 subs to now 100,000, which as of recording this, we're actually at 100,001, which is kind of cool. So thank you guys for all of the support. Anyways, with all that said, guys, let's hop into my reactions. It's not gonna necessarily be like me reacting to me reacting. It's just gonna be kind of talking through these moments and like what I remember thinking whenever all this was happening. So here we go. Let's hop into my top, what I thought was my top 10 summons here on this game. Let's go. So the first one here is me doing my 1,000 stone summoning video. My 1,000 stone summoning video when the Super Vegito banner had literally just dropped. This is my second multi in, if I remember correctly. Right here, boom, immediately. Are you kidding me? So right here, I had already pre-purchased all 1,000 stones. All 1,000 stones. I was already going into this video knowing that I was going to be using up 1,000 stones, and then bam, Super Vegito happens on the second multi. And then right here, I'm going to pause this for a second. Right here, let's see. I just got through going so crazy to pull Final Form Cooler, going so crazy to pull SSJ3 Goku. I'd gotten super lucky on Super 17 and Kid Buu because both those happened before this. This is the Janemba and Gogeta like dual festival that was going on. This is literally my first summoning video on Janemba, and I say something like, "What if it was literally right after this?" And of course we get Salza here, and then right after, boom! And I actually double tapped. I actually like double tapped on the screen, so like it didn't even do the animation or anything. So yeah, I'm like. Like legit, I remember being like stupidly excited about this moment just because it was so much easier to pull than it was to pull that SSJ3 Goku or the Final Form Cooler. And yes, the Kid Buu and the Super 17 were pretty easy, but I don't know. This was, I feel like the Janemba and the Super Gogeta festivals were definitely like a much bigger deal than Super 17 and Kid Buu. So to pull him that easily, and then I ended up pulling a second one in that video. And now on this particular video, the SSJ Force had just dropped. I think this was like my second video on this. I want to say this was my second video. And it was buy 3 get 1 free, and I remember I was just like, is this really not gonna happen? I mean, obviously it's the SSJ 4s. I'm gonna go until this happens. Like I'm gonna go. Like there's no getting around me not pulling these. And then when I was in the edit and I literally went boom baby, and I was like, okay, if I had said that, it would be kind of a cool effect to have like the Goku kind of like shake whenever he actually like pops up on the screen. So the fact that me doing boom baby, I was watching that, I was like, I need to add some sort of effect to this. So I did a nice little shake to the SSJ 4s. We might see that again soon. And then in this particular video, I had just pulled a quintuple. SSR multi-summon. Are you kidding me? And so watching these are actually giving me hyped right now. But coming off of that, and I was like, okay, it's probably not happening, because in that quintuple I pulled like SSJ4 Vegeta. I pulled some solid cards in the quintuple in and of itself. A quintuple on a normal banner, and then I moved over to this summon, which I think was like 2 after that, and I pull a Rose. And so I'm like, okay, I just pulled a Rose, so the Super 17 probably is not going to happen. There he is, he's Rose. And this is my first video. I woke up on a Saturday. This banner was just now live. It went live while I was asleep, and I was like, okay, after the quintuple, the Rose pull, and I pulled some other stuff in this video too. I was like, it's not happening. And I checked my DM thread that has like Dino, D-Free, and a bunch of people, and a lot of people hadn't been able to pull him yet. And so the fact that I was able to pull him in my first video, after all that hypeness in that video, it was just like, okay, like just GG on this, just GG on this. This is awesome. I will say that this one did feel good, but now being here a couple months after that, I would say the Janemba and the Gogeta pulling those so easily was probably a little bit better, especially since I haven't really used Super 17, but still to be able to pull that 120 lead that easily was just crazy, just absolutely crazy. And then number 6, right here we go, getting that 5 pods, doing this duel. This was like last October, doing this duel with Dino, and he hadn't been able to pull Goku Black. And I remember this. So this video like has stayed in my mind for quite a while because he didn't pull Goku Black for like a long time. He just recently did on one of the newer Dokkan festivals. So to get on a single an SSJ3 in the middle of a dual summon with Dino, rhyme style, and then to get the Goku Black on his actual banner is just absolutely crazy. Yes. Oh yeah, and I literally just said yes. It felt good. It felt pretty good. It felt pretty good. And then of course now Dino has like several of them, but still. So now that here we are on my number 5, which is my Broly pull on JP, which was the quote unquote troll summons, because Dino had messaged me and said you need to try this one more time. Me thinking he's pulled another LR. Me thinking fully that like I'm not gonna be able to pull one, but I need to do one more video. Like if Dino pulled an LR, especially with all this kind of back and forth we've been doing with videos at the time, because this was during the time where he made a video, I made a video, he made a video, I made a video, and it was just like crazy. And so he trolled me, making me think he pulled one. So I went ahead and I made a video, and then boom, this is literally like 1 in the morning, because it was about to go away in like 2 hours. And just lo and behold, I make this one last video after thinking he pulled one, right? And then I watched his video the next day because he never told me otherwise. He never told me he didn't pull it. Watch his video the next day, and he did not pull it. I was just like, okay. I was like, wow. I cannot believe that you trolled me into doing more summons, literally only like 250 more, and I pull an LR, and you didn't actually pull an LR. It was freaking ridiculous, but it was definitely happy that I got trolled into it, because now I have an LR Broly on JP. Then in this video, I decided to change up the layout, right? I decided to change up the layout, and I hadn't pulled an Omega Shinron yet. Omega Shinron wasn't on Global yet or anything like that. This is during the Rose and Vegito Blue banners back last November. And I remember I really wanted Omega because I really wanted to finish out this Extreme team with Rose and everyone else. And Omega was, I think, the only real like character that was missing from it, because I had the Goku Black, right? And I had Buhan, and I had a lot of those other characters. I just really needed Omega to finish out kind of the Rainbow Extreme team. And then, boom, right after this Rose pull, here we go. You know, and of course I pull a Rose, so I'm not thinking, hey, I'm probably going to pull an Omega Shinron here. And then, boom, dude. Oh my gosh, yeah. I remember being like straight up speechless from this. Like, full on. I was just like, no. Because, like, here's the deal. When you go in to make these videos, like, when you're setting up to make these videos, like, you think, what can I realistically pull today, right? Like, that's, and I say that in these videos all the time, but I'm like, what can I realistically pull in today's video? And I was like, I want Omega. As you can see behind me, the picture on the TV is Omega. That was the whole purpose. That I already had Rose, I already had Black, I already had all these characters. I just wanted the Omega. And, like, I think that was why I kept doing the summons, because I want to say it was still buy 3, get 1 free here. And then to have that actually happen is just awesome. And then one of the worst things about making Dokkan Battle content on YouTube and doing summons off screen is when you pull that character you've been hyping up on the channel and you finally pull him off camera. You don't get that nice live reaction. You don't, like, I don't know. It sucks. It definitely sucks. And it's only happened to me a few times. On my very first video, I pulled Broly off camera. Now this, I'm going to pause this. So this, if you weren't, like, watching this out of context is weird, because what happened here is I've been live streaming for a couple hours, and people were like, you know, close the stream out with some singles. So I was like, okay, we'll close the stream out on some singles. This is on the LR banner, LR Broly banner on Global. And right before me doing this, Thundershot had just hosted my stream, brought like another 200 people onto the stream that already had several people on there. And so literally, like, right there, if I would have had notifications turned on right now on the screen, we would be seeing an actual like Thundershot 75 has hosted your stream with 200 viewers or whatever. And so he hosted right at the time that I was doing this. We were listening to the Super Saiyan 3D the remix of the SSJ3 theme, and it was just the most random. I did 2 singles that night. And right here was the second one. This is the last thing I was doing, and I was going to close the stream out. So, like, the hypeness of getting hosted by Thunder, the hypeness of listening to that song, having all these people live, just some random YOLO single on a stream. And for that to happen, are you kidding me? Especially after I'd done so many summons. This was like a day after I dropped my LR video. I think this was actually maybe the day I dropped my LR video where I pulled the LR Broly. So that's why I was like freaking out. And I had showed people the I Am Legend video, or I Am Legend pillow a little bit earlier in the stream, so it was just like sitting right by me. So that's why I grabbed that pillow. Plus, I love that pillow. I'm looking at it right now on my couch back there. But yeah, this summon right here, with all that context, made it so much more epic for everyone that was there live. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the nice little recording of it as well. So now that here we are, we have 2 left, kind of sort of 3, because this was kind of a double because it was in the same video. I regret putting this on the screen. Rip ears, get ready. I just want to say that right now. I don't know if I've got to say that to anyone. This video is about 6 months old now, but I regret doing this 100%. And I wish if I had the original files, I would have went in and taken this out, and this would not be part of this video. So I've seen some people like, why was he so excited for physical Gotenks? I was so excited for physical Super Saiyan Gotenks because I tried to pull him. I did like a 7 or 8 part series where if he was in a banner, I was making a video with the specific reasoning of pulling him. The whole reason I was making the video was to pull him. Literally was titling them like Hunt for Gotenks Part 5, Hunt for Gotenks Part 6. You can search it, Nanogenix like Hunt for Gotenks, and you can see all of them. And so this just happens randomly while I'm on the search for Zamasu back in early January. And so stupidly, because I thought I got a little loud, I put rip ears, get ready. And I wish I would have not done that because it spoiled the video. And it was text across, I don't know. I just wish I wouldn't have done it. But to finally pull that in the hunt for Zamasu, and then I wrapped up this video because what happened is I recorded this, and then I paused it. I stopped it because I was like, I think I'm done. And then I decided to pull again, and I pulled the Zamasu here in a second, which we're about to take a look at. But yeah, if you watch this out of context and you don't know any background on me, I tried to pull this card for the longest time, and for it to happen like basically 6 months later, I hadn't made a video that was dedicated to trying to pull him in like 5 months at this point. So for it just to randomly happen, plus at the time I would get tweets, I would get comments about me not being able to pull this guy. Pretty much like the no LR stuff right now for me was what this guy was for like the longest time. So to pull that and to end that meme was pretty crazy. And then here we are at the actual merge Zamasu pull, and stupidly enough, I put rip ears, get ready, round 2. Again, I wish I had the OG files for this and I would have killed it all. It would not be on there for my top 10 video or on this reacts video. But yeah, here we are. Merge Zamasu, and I had to do extra edits because if you guys were around this time, I made 10 videos hunting for this guy. I did a special intro for this video. I hyped this up so much. Yeah, I even zoomed it in like right there. But to finally pull that card, I had gotten so much crap from people on the internet, so much crap from like all the people on my DM thread just for not being able to pull this card because everyone else was seemingly pulled him so easily. I went like 1,500 stones deep for this guy, and at the time I obviously have went harder for cards now, but at the time I really never went that hard for just one specific card. So and the fact that he wouldn't drop for me being a banner SSR was kind of stupid. But yeah, guys, I wish I would have put the rip ears thing on there, but this right here was awesome. I would think I will forever in my YouTube career here remember doing this arc. Like I just, the amount of time I put into the voiceover stuff at the beginning and everything else. And then the other video that I will remember that I'm just letting play right here is this right here. Doing this intro, doing these black and white intros, and I may do these again in the future. You never know, right? But I had to do something special for pulling LR Broly. I had to find some different music. I didn't want to use the normal DBZ set of music that I usually use in my videos. I wanted to use something a little bit more epic, and that is this right here. Let's just fast forward this a smidge here. So I'm talking about it. This is my last summon. I literally made a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta video because the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta banner had just went live. The intelligence went on global, and for the final multi of that video, I was like, I'm gonna switch over to the LR Broly banner. The final multi. So I'm like asking you guys for like likes, like send me the luck. This is it. This is like the last multi that I can possibly do right now. Like I've got to stop. And right there, I'm like, can we do it? Can we do it? This is one multi. I'm like, there's no way we can. And after all of the nano LR, no LR Genix stuff and everything else, this is my first LR pull right here. And plus I put so many stones into it. So it wasn't even just like the internet getting to me. It was the banner getting to me. It was just so much stuff. And so to finally pull it, it was so amazing. And like, I was literally at a loss for words there. Literally at a loss for words. And that had to be my #1 video. I don't know. It'll be hard just because the build up, like I said, the build up of not being able to pull him, putting so many stones into it. the memes that were built around it, just everything. It'll be really hard to top that video in my books. I think if we do another top 10 in the future, unless I limit myself to, it has to be from like 100,000 to 250,000 subs, or 200,000 subs, or 150,000 subs, or whatever it might be, I think this guy will still be my #1 for a while. But anyways, guys, I just thought it'd be cool to kind of talk over and just kind of like get you guys inside my head and kind of see what, and also kind of, I can remember exactly what was going on during each of these summons, right? And why they were so special and why I freaked out the way I did and everything else. So I thought that would be kind of cool to do today. So there you go. There was my nice little reacts to my top 10 summons. If you guys enjoyed this, consider hitting the like button. If you guys are new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. Anyways, guys, that's today's video. We'll go back to some normally scheduled stuff this week, but I wanted to do this. We also have a live Q&A coming up on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that as well. I'll be announcing all the details in probably tomorrow's video and, of course, over on Twitter. Otherwise, guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix here, signing off, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.